Okay, we are going to talk about the People tab, and this is in page 6 of your manual, where it's talking about adding new people and families. So you would want to click on your People tab, and we're going to find, edit the person. So this comes here to the person search, and we want to put in the last name. So the person we're going to look for is, the last name is Silver, okay? And the first name is Julie. Most of the time we like to just put in the first initial of the first name, and that's in case we make any mistakes as far as spelling. They may spell their name really different and we don't have the correct spelling. We also want to go to member status, and you'll see these little arrows here. We always want to say any status, because this will bring up any of the name Silver in all these areas. So members, non-members, deleted members, deceased members. So we want any status. Whenever you look someone up, we should hit any status. So then you go over to the right and you hit search. So we're going to look, and I don't see any names that are coming up. So then what we'd go back and do, let's just take out the J, and let's just see by the last name if there's any Silvers listed. So we want to hit search. And there are several names that come up under the name Silver, but as you can see, there's no Julie. So what we're going to do, and what you want to see over here too, is under organization, because I'm the conference clerk, I'm going to show everyone in the conference. So this Lenora, or Lenola, she's a member of the Bremerton Church. Marcus is Green Lake, Marion is Centralia, Robert is Bremerton, and Green Lake for Nancy, Silverthorne. And you'll also look, it also shows Silver and the next letter Silverthorne if we were only putting Silver. So your people will only come up if they're members of your church. So if you put in Silver and no one came up at all because you don't have anybody listed as Silver in your church. So what we're going to do, we're going to say, okay, Julie Silver is not a member. So we're going to say we want to add, which will be under the new family tab. This is where you put in all the information for a new person that's coming as a member to your church. So we're going to put Silver. You do need to capitalize here because that's what it'll look like. Put in the first name. We don't usually put middle, maiden. If you have the maiden name, you can put that. We don't add suffix. A lot of times we have emails and a lot of times we don't, so put that if you have it. And then a mobile work phone, either one, that would be great. You want to go over here and we're going to make sure, I'm going to just say that she's going to be a member of the Auburn Adventist Academy Church. That's where you put the church. Here we want to say that she is a female. Marital status, if you know this, this is, even if her husband is not a member of the church, you know, if you put married, that's a good thing if you know that. Otherwise, you know, any of these options, you want to do that. We're going to say that she's single at this time. And her birthday is going to be 5/5 of 79. Okay? Then you want to come down here to the address, and this is where you would list her address. So we're going to say that she lives on 1000 East 94th Avenue. And you want to make sure that you get this correct. Okay, you want to go down to the city. We're going to say that she lives in Auburn, Washington. Okay, then there's no need to fill these blanks in. If you go over here, what this is saying is, this will come up, so we'll go back and look at that. But what we're saying here is they do want, this is the Gleaner, so this comes up automatically checked. So if for some reason you already know that they do not want to get the Gleaner or the Adventist World that comes once a month, you can uncheck that. Otherwise, this comes up as the default. Here is the home phone space, so you can put that home phone in if she has one that you know of. This just helps you keep track of your members the best you can. Then you want to go over here and you want to hit save. Okay, so what this comes up, you'll see Julie Silver. It's a female, single, the church, and this is coming up as a non-member, okay? So the primary contact that went ahead and filled that in is Julie Silver, and there you can see her phone number. Now this is saying that over here this is a not valid address, and sometimes they really aren't. Sometimes the Postal Service, even if it says not valid, it will deliver that. So you just want to make sure that you have the right address for that. Okay, and these tabs, when you click on this tab, it says personal. If you happen to know their marriage date, any of these things, most of the time we don't have all that information. Membership, it will show when we baptize Julie. I will show you that it will come up and the baptism dates will be there. This is if you know that Julie is a student, that you want to put what grade, and you can put what school, if it's a Seventh-day Adventist school or not. Most of the time we do not do this because when you do this, you just have to be super organized, and every year you're going to be going in here and changing this, otherwise it won't be correct information. So we don't use this very often. If they have done a background check, this will be where it says that from the conference. It'll have that information. This is for notes. If you have something that you would like to put in here that Julie lives with her grandparents, or any type of other information you'd like to put that, you can put that in the notes section. For offices, this is if she holds any offices in the church. Maybe Julie is the clerk of your church, so this is where it will come up and say that. If she's on any committees, and here's the tag, one that we don't really use. So going back to the family unit, when you're through with all this, you can see that she is listed there. From here, I'm going to go